Shalom, Markins, Wakama Kapashan, GMSLondon, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kwakadash, by double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and double honors unto the brothers in the highways by teaching the truth in all sincerity. Okay, just another, article got up here, man, just a quick one. Okay, showing here, man, here in Britain, you got, the Brexit going on. Okay, and then, the government's making a right hash of it. Okay, this is gonna cause nothing but problems, to Britain and the EU, man. It's gonna cause massive risks. Okay, and it's gonna fuck up, the economy and that kind of shit. But Prime Minister here, Theresa May, is getting desperate, man, because she wants this her deal to go through, man. So she's gonna pull out all the dirty tricks, man, showing you that these governments, they deal with false flag attacks, man. Okay, they deal with false flag attacks and triggering shit, because she's talking about here engineering a financial crash. Okay, knowing the effects and devastation, that it has on the people and the economy, these dudes, man, don't give a damn. Okay, but this is all part of prophecy, man, because we know the economies of the world, they're all gonna crash. Okay, they're all gonna crash, domino style. Okay, America being the main economy, once that crashes, subsequently all these other economies will crash automatically with it. Okay, I can't tell you if Britain goes through a crash, the effects it's gonna have on the rest of the world. But if it's just here, man, that brothers that are here, okay, it's gonna get real chaotic over here in the UK. If this indeed happens. Okay, but yeah, the article title is Theresa May government to engineer financial crash to frighten MPs into voting for Brexit deal. Okay, so like I said, she's pulling out the gun. She's a bit desperate, willing to threaten a financial crash. Okay, and they do have the ability to do it. Okay, through their means, right? It says that Theresa May's government are planning to engineer a financial crash if Parliament fails to back their Brexit deal. Okay, because her own cabinet, her own government party doesn't back her, man. Okay, she's about to get hung out to dry, man. She got to get X'd out of out of that power seat, man. Okay, but she's being defiant and she's being, stubborn about her idea, her deal of the Brexit and that, which no one else seems to agree with. Okay, so she's putting out the stops. This is in an attempt to frighten MPs into voting it through at a second vote. Okay, claims a source close to the PM's aides. Okay, since agreeing a draft Brexit withdrawal deal with the EU on Wednesday, May has had to contend with a string of cabinet resignations. People are leaving her, man, and a huge backlash of rebel MPs. The Sunday Times reports that, faced with the prospect of the deal being voted down, the UK government will attempt to plunge the financial markets into chaos. Okay, in a bid to scare MPs into eventually voting it through on a second vote. Okay, and couple with this, with the news recently that the army is being prepared for the no deal Brexit, to add assistance to problem areas, okay, which they kind of allude to, that we need to be supported. They need to support the police and stuff like that. But from the article that I read, I believe it was this morning actually, basically they wouldn't comment on if their role, the army's role, would be for any type of aggression, i.e. Riots and things like that, things of that nature, okay, crimes and all that kind of shit. Okay, because here the police are understaffed, so they're not gonna be able to cope with all the crazy shit that's gonna be going on once this withdrawal happens. Okay, they're already talking about food shortages and medical, shortages and all that kind of stuff. Okay, people are a bit anxious to see what it brings. But if on top of that, Theresa May is gonna organize or set up a financial crisis, man, like it says here, chaos will ensue, man. Okay, and yeah, the military are being prepared for martial law and all such type of things as that. Okay, which we know is just something that is going to happen anyhow. Okay, will this be that turning point for here in the UK or whatever? I don't know, man. But we know this is going to be a state that's going to happen across the world, man. When the whole world plunges into that chaos, man. Okay, but it's like like it says here, man. It's being planned. These places are orchestrating it. Okay. So the source who has discussed the issue with May's officials has told the paper that Number 10 has come up with a dark plan to twist the arms of MPs to force through their Brexit deal. Number 10's plan is to encourage a crash in financial markets after losing their first vote in the hope this stampedes MPs into voting for it a second time. Okay, them strong arm tactics, man. Okay. So on social media, there's been a mixture of shock at the prospect of such a course of action and cynicism at whether the UK government have direct control over the financial markets to engineer a crash. Okay, albeit it might not be direct, they are capable of doing it because the economy goes off news and stuff like that. So if they do something that is unfavorable to the markets, it's going to cause stocks to drop. Okay, which will cause that crash. Okay. It says on Twitter, Guardian columnist Owen Jones asked how is this not a national scandal? Okay, well it is. So John McTernan, an ex-advisor to former Labour PM Tony Blair, suggests May's Tory government is merely predicting the inevitable. So he's saying basically, regardless if if she's threatening this, to her MPs and stuff like that, man, this is going to happen inevitably anyway. Because like I said, this whole Brexit ordeal, man, is just going to end in a great big fucking mess. Okay, and this country is going to get plunged into madness, man. Okay, which we eagerly anticipate, man, to see these people, going through this. But it's all part of prophecies, man. This world is divided. Satan's kingdom is divided. Okay, and all these wars and rumors of wars and the what's that word? The sedition among men. Actually, we might as well get it. Is what we're witnessing on the earth today. Great division. Okay. Second Ezra 16. Where is it? Well, I should read 15 first. Right, it says here, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, so we got race riots out here on the streets, man. Because I say a large thing about this Brexit was about the immigration laws and stuff like that, foreigners and stuff, and when this first was announced about the Brexit, okay, racial crimes went up, man. Okay, so it wouldn't be no surprise that when this all goes through, that that spikes once again, man, and big risks in society start happening. Okay, it says for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so they're not gonna give a damn. When chaos is going forth throughout the society, say a crash does happen, we already know there's gonna be shortages of food and of certain supplies and stuff like that. But if you ain't, if a crash happens too, and your bank goes bankrupt, okay, it leaves you with jack, leaves you with nothing in it, man. People are gonna be going crazy, man. Okay, and they're gonna resort to what they call that, anarchy, man. Okay, so they're not gonna stand there and be basically robbed by the government and so forth and other people and so forth. Okay, so they're gonna fight against the police. They're gonna fight against the military personnel's. Okay, martial laws is gonna be in effect. Okay, because of all the carnage. Okay, this is verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, so hey man, we're close to this time now, man. It's a nice, it's cooking over nicely. Right. This is actually that's what I wanted on that. So I'll get chapter 16 now. I'm gonna read this. This is verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay. Another recent news came out, man. Not here in the UK, somewhere else. I believe it was about fuel prices, man. So there's riots over fuel prices. Okay, someone died and and all this kind of madness, just because of the fuel rises. Like I say, when the chaos comes upon this place, man, everything's gonna go crazy. Okay, fuel prices are gonna rise. Everything's gonna rise, man. The inflation is what's gonna happen. Okay, and whatever money you do have is not gonna be worth a damn thing because you can't afford what you need to get anyway. On top of shortages and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be civil unrest. Okay, and that's what's coming after Brexit: civil unrest. Okay, this is for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Okay, so yeah, man, this is what people need to be preparing for, man. Because this is what's gonna happen, regardless of the engineer or not, man. This whole country is gonna go to shit. Okay, and everybody's gonna feel the brunt of these decisions, man. Okay, but this is what is happening in Satan's kingdom, man. It's breaking apart. Okay, and we're just gonna watch it further break, man. Okay, so anyway, with that, like I said, it was just supposed to be a quick one anyway. And I'll catch you boys on the next one. Shalom.